I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Friday, September the 5th, 2014. Senior Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh has reportedly publicly rejected Israel's demand that the terror group be disarmed as a condition for the Palestinian demand that Israel end its blockade of the Gaza Strip and allow for the opening of an airport and seaport in Gaza. Israel's border restrictions into Gaza are meant to restrict the import of cement and other construction materials that can and have been used to build rockets and terror tunnels. The Associated Press reports that Haniyeh, who is the former Hamas prime minister in Gaza, said today, "We cannot accept or deal with any international decision to disarm the resistance." Israel maintains it will continue to insist on the disarmament of terror groups in Gaza as a condition to further talks in Cairo. The family of Steven Sotloff, the American-Israeli journalist murdered by the Islamic State or ISIS, held a memorial service for him at Temple Beth Am in Miami today. As we reported to you earlier this week, it was revealed after Sotloff's brutal murder that he was not only Jewish but also an Israeli citizen, having made Aliyah to the Jewish state in 2005. Facts that his colleagues and the media kept concealed in an effort to protect the journalist. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sent his condolences to the Sotloff family last night and said Steven was murdered because for the terrorists, he was a symbol of the West, the same culture that extremist Islam wants to eradicate. Sotloff was abducted last year while working as a freelance reporter in Syria. A video showing his beheading was released this past Tuesday. A spokesman for the family, Barak Barafi, said of the 31-year-old, "Steve was no hero. Like all of us, he was a mere man who tried to find good concealed in a world of darkness. And if it did not exist, he tried to create it." The governor of Florida, Rick Scott, ordered that flags in Sotloff's home state be flown at half-mast today in his honor and memory. David Makovsky, Distinguished Fellow at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, announced that he will be leaving his position at the U.S. State Department's Middle East Peace Team. Makovsky had taken a leave from the Washington Institute to be part of the team, but Haaretz reports that Makovsky will depart and be returning to his think tank position. And former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is said to be returning to his post at Bloomberg LP. The Wall Street Journal reports that the Jewish business magnate and philanthropist has decided to reassume the leadership of the company he founded at the end of this year. A rare ceremony took place in Poland this week. 4 rabbis were ordained at a synagogue in the country in what is being called a sign of reviving Jewish life there. The Associated Press reports that a day after the 75th anniversary of Germany's invasion of Poland, September the 1st, 1939, sparking the beginning of World War II, the ordination ceremony took place this week on Tuesday, September the 2nd. It was held at the White Stork Synagogue in the town of Wrocław. In attendance was German Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier, who said that Jewish communities should be at the heart of every society and condemned anti-Semitism. Jewish college fraternity Alpha Epsilon Pi, or API, has launched a $1 million philanthropy campaign to benefit 10 Jewish organizations. The fraternity made the pledge at their 101st International Convention in Toronto. The initiative will provide $100,000 to each of the 10 Jewish philanthropies, among them Gift of Life Bone Marrow Foundation, IDF Widows and Orphans Organization, the Simon Wiesenthal Center, B'nai B'rith International's Disaster Relief Program, Birthright, and Heroes to Heroes Foundation. API's international president Larry Leader said of the effort, "As a Jewish fraternity, API is committed to Tikkun Olam, repairing the world. Our undergraduates," he said, "have chosen to give back to 10 internationally recognized Jewish causes and agencies because that is where our heart and soul are, with Jewish people and organizations in every corner of our world." And speaking of Heroes to Heroes, the American nonprofit flew 10 U.S. war veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder to Israel this week to tour the country and meet with Israeli veterans dealing with similar challenges. Heroes to Heroes was founded in 2010 by Judy Isaacson Schaefer, who is the daughter and granddaughter of veterans, created to help emotionally disabled veterans through peer support. The foundation has sponsored 5 trips to Israel since 2011. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressed his condolences yesterday for the late Jewish comedian Joan, who passed away yesterday at the age of 81 after going into cardiac arrest during a medical procedure. The Prime Minister said Rivers brought laughter to millions across the globe and was proud of her Jewish heritage and was a vocal supporter of Israel. Rivers is being remembered and praised for her decades of hard work as a pioneer of the entertainment industry, her talent, her chutzpah, and her love of making people laugh. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Friday, September the 5th, 2014. Remember, live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.